All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the 11th historic edition of the Decepticast, where you get a bunch of giant murderous robots from another planet bullshitting about various things that they hate and or a dude's giant cache of money. We actually prefer Decepticast won out over what Pyrostrata wanted to call it, the wide world of Wheelie, but
I hate you so much.
all right, so anyway, we're going to talk about some various things today, and you're free to ask questions for that one viewer that sometimes say, hey, there's their one viewer again. So if somebody showed up again, you want to ask a question, great. If you don't, then shut your face. But anyway, I'm your favorite giant blue murderous stabby face robot from Cybertron Thundercracker. And I would like to introduce my esteemed guests. Starting on my left, the ravishing, rich Decepticon Captain Ledoux.
Hello, lovely viewers and Starscream.
And then we have the medalist Nova Storm.
Hello.
And then there's the fiery Pyrostrata.
Hi.
And then the biggest rival to Jimmy Dean, Hotlink.
Hey.
And this week we have a special guest for the first time ever. We have the Air Commander, his raspiness himself, the old snake, Starscream.
Hello. Greetings from your future Emperor.
Oh,
Also, before Nova Storm walks in your house, make sure that you ask him to wipe his feet.
we're gonna go down this road, okay?
All right. So,
No, we all fly. You don't. So.
Oh God!
did you just combine road and route into route?
I tried to say root. I don't
You
fucking
failed?
know. Yeah, I failed.
All right.
And like money being the root of all evil, we got you.
All right. She's still slipping on John Bonet blood.
Mm-hmm. I hear
All
that
right.
pretty slippery.
So, we have a couple of topics here. Let's dive right into our first topic. It is the story of the acquisition of your first Transformers toy. And I'll go first here. My dad was district manager of a store called Murphy's Mart, which is a chain of stores that no longer exists.
Oh.
I'm so goddamn old. And my first Transformers toy was Shrapnel. So yes, I had a sucky Insecticon. Wow, I had a sucky Insecticon as my first Transformers toy. So my dad got it, and I think the only reason why he got it for me is because he got like a discount on returned merchandise because the box had been mysteriously destroyed. So there you go. Anyway, so that's my first Transformers toy, and I no longer have it. I think it got lost in a move. So.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. All right. So we'll go ahead and go with Ledoux. We're talking about toys other than your massive collection of Wheelie. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it was for my 13th birthday. My parents had just finished out renting an entire resort for me. They bought me my fourth pony with the butlers to take care of it as well. And then they got me, oh God, they got me Transformers Prime Bumblebee.
Oh.
That was my first, and I got like 300 more toys that birthday, but that was the first one I opened, so I consider that one my first. So yeah, I was happy about it then, but you know, I mean, I just like to use it for target practice now. There's not much left of it.
Did you used to play with it and go?
Yes, absolutely.
And by target practice,
so it must be cool.
And by target practice, she means perch it on her shoulder and occasionally pet it and talk to it.
Thus making her the target. That's
All right. So that was disappointing. How about you there, Nova Storm?
Oh gosh, I remember it was the Christmas of 1985. It was snowing. I walked by the window of the toy store and saw it in there. all I had at the time was a broken harmonica. No,
Seriously familiar.
I have no idea how I got it. I just remember my first one was Soundwave was my first Transformer toy.
Sweet.
I don't recall.
Nice.
I don't recall the specifics of how I got it, but I remember Soundwave, and then shortly after that, I think Hound was my next one. But Soundwave was my first.
Now let me ask you this: did your Hound immediately get loose joints?
The head came off fairly quickly.
Nice.
Remember, his head used to go up and down inside the thing when you transformed him, and that popped off at some point, and that was all she wrote. So yeah, I do remember my Ravage got really, really loose really quick. He wouldn't stand up anymore after a while. That kind of sucked. And then Laserbeak, which one? No, Buzzsaw came with Soundwave, and
Correct.
His head broke off also. The little tabs that kept him, actually in there, one of the tabs broke off. So he was headless for a while.
You know who's notorious for losing his head was Swoop.
Well, yeah.
I never
All
had
of
that
them
one.
did.
All right, so next in line we have Pyrostrat.
My first, well, I had to work for them because my parents wouldn't buy them for me. So I did the most horrible thing a young person could ever do. I babysat children.
Oh,
And I saved the money, and my dad took me to the toy store, and I bought G1 Optimus Prime and Skywarp at the same time.
Nice.
Those were my first two.
Okay. I was gonna bust your chops about Optimus Prime, and you kind of saved it with Skyward.
yeah.
I had to have one of each, because, yeah.
Hey, Ladue,
Yeah.
that word she used, that means exchange of labor for money.
Oh, really? Wow, I had no idea. I'm gonna add that to my vocabulary.
I'm just saying. Know that the only work you do is like counting money.
He's not wrong.
Just saying.
She does have to, dive into the pool of money and stuff.
That's true. And
Climb
occasionally
up
she
the
gets
ladder.
occasionally she gets like the 2 coins stuck in her goggles.
She didn't even climb
Right.
up the ladder though. She's got one of those chairs that just, lifts her up.
I think
Nice.
that's how she got acquainted with us, is because Launchpad McQuack kept, crashing her jet. And she had to look for better flight arrangements.
Okay, that was that. All right, so we'll go ahead and go to Hotlink. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, geez, God. Well, you see, I'm not as old as you guys, minus Ladue. But I had stumbled across my first Transformers toy. I didn't buy it, nor was I in the store to obtain it. And it was with my dad's set of other figures. He had the vinyl zip case for the Masters of the Universe with a butt ton of Masters of the Universe toys in it in the attic for the longest time. So I think it was like 87, 88. I was still a pup, and I was just curious, and I ran up in the attic, was like looking through stuff in the attic because, hot, dusty attic full of cool things. And I stumbled across this particular piece. It looked like a chrome Walter P38 with the stickers all dusty. Some of them were like, rolling off. And the scope was cracked, and I had stumbled across Megatron in that box.
Nice.
Wow. I'm
And,
jelly.
and so I talked to my dad about it, and I was like, these toys are really cool. It's like nothing, because at the time the Ninja Turtles was the rage, and that's what I was collecting was Ninja Turtles. And I'm like, I haven't seen any of these Ninja Turtles toys before because I didn't know any better. And he's like, well, yeah, those are Masters of the Universe. And so he pulled out his VHSs, and I asked him about Megatron. He's like, oh, that's Transformers. Told me all about that. I was particularly enamored with Transformers, and I said, I promise I will take care of it. Let me have it. That same gun, about 30 years later, is still sitting on my shelf. That was one of the things that I promised my dad I would take care of, and that thing's going to be with me till I die.
I just got 2 questions for you.
Yeah.
Was that a standard or a metric butt ton?
It was a metric butt ton. Now, I know that some individuals still use the Rothschild measurement.
Gotcha. Okay. And the other thing I wanted to clarify is, did you then like give up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, I still collected turtles, but now it was a mixed bag. Like I would go to the toy store and I would start, scooping up Transformers. And of course, one of the first ones that I bought was an Optimus to go with my Megatron. And then I just started going down the list. Aerial bots, Seekers, Combaticons, Constructicons. And it just went from there. And most of them I still have, but that Megatron is always on display, and everybody asks me about it. They're like, man, is that like a Megatron? I was like, yeah, this is one of the die-cast ones, one of the metal ones. So, yeah, that's my baby. Cracked scope and all. He wears it proudly.
All right, so now we're going to go to our newest member, Starscream. Go ahead. It's your story of your first toy Transformer.
Well, I'm not cool enough to be born in the 80s, so I missed all the G1 stuff when it came out. I even missed Beast Wars, to be honest. But when the Star Wars Transformers figures came out, see, I grew up and I was always a huge Star Wars fan. I'd never even heard of Transformers when I was a kid. And for one Christmas one year, I got an Anakin Skywalker kind of Jedi fighter Transformer. And I thought that was really cool. It came in, they got me a whole bunch of them. I got that, I got an Obi-Wan. I even got the Darth Vader transforming Death Star.
Nice.
Yeah, and
you see, just to interrupt you real quick, I have a Darth Vader transforming TIE bomber.
Yeah, I have that too. It came in a 2-pack with Obi-Wan.
Okay. Because that's the only one I have. And like everybody always says that, Darth Vader was something different. I'm like, I have a TIE bomber. So I don't know.
My first G1 figure was my uncle had just moved out and he wanted us to move stuff for him, and he said whatever I found in the boxes that I thought was cool I could keep. And by this point I had already watched Transformers and I was already familiar with all of it. And I was rummaging through his stuff, and I found a few video game things, but I also found an old Optimus Prime complete. Ooh. I went ahead and kept that, and ever since then I've been collecting, and I love that toy line. So
nice. All right.
Yeah.
All right, enough with the nostalgia. That means remembering things from the past.
Like Starscream's coronation.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right.
Or like your irrelevance. Anyway.
Oh.
Ooh.
I wear mine better, though.
I'm just gonna stand back because this is too much.
And they call me the fiery one.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
All right. So our next thing, and this is a good segue into it. People getting snarky. Most annoying Transformers fan phenomenon. And
Oh God.
Oh, no.
I still haven't narrowed it down.
this will be a pretty.
I have a feeling.
What?
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Nova. Okay,
I was just gonna say I have a feeling this is gonna be a pretty unanimous choice. But go ahead.
All right. So
Tumble it along then. Let's do it.
I don't know if because obviously the Thundercracker page, I run the Thundercracker page, right? And in that capacity, I'm not forced to. I look around the internet for various Transformers pictures, right? So, I'll go to sites like DeviantArt, and I'll go to sites like Pinterest and Tumblr, and I'll look for Transformers pictures. And what gets me too is some people will say, "Where did you get all these pictures?" And I always answer them, the internet. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? Fucking go look them up, right? So anyway, here's what gets me, right? I will type in something as innocuous as G1 Soundwave. I'm like, okay, G1 Soundwave. And I'll hit search, not thinking something fucking heinous is going to come along. But I'll type in G1 Soundwave, and I'm like, doo-doo-doo. I'm like, all right, going to go ahead and look through these little preview thumbnails, right? And scrolling down. Holy fuck, what the fuck is this? And like, you have G1 Soundwave, except that he's like in a giant orgy with all of his cassettes, right?
I can't do this.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell is that? I mean, seriously, these people, like, when they walk around their house, do they walk by their toaster to get a boner? I mean,
You know what really bothers me about that is that when I see that, I look at it and I'm like, someone spent hours on this.
right? Like, it's,
Right.
what gets me is some of them are amazing art, other than the fact that it's two Transformers robo-humping.
Yeah.
You put your energy into something normal, you freak.
No, they worked on it for hours, and at no point they were like, this isn't right. That really bothers me.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe some people, you know, like the whole robo-humping phenomenon, but and then not only that, you know, when you go even further, they have like entire like Transformers fan fictions about, you know, hey, look at this. It's the tale of the homoerotic Seeker Trine. I'm like, what? What the fuck? So anyway, robo-humping. That's my most annoying Transformers fan phenomenon. So, yeah. All right. So, we'll go ahead and segue right into Ledoux.
Okay, I just thought about this now. I couldn't narrow it down, but I think I got it now. I think the most annoying thing I see, just because I work in art and every, 7 months or so I get a commission, and I get, these OCs, and I think I'm gonna have to say the most annoying Transformers fan phenomenon is OCs paired with canon characters. I have yet to meet one who isn't just a nasty, arrogant jerk. And I mean, they can be kind of nice, but if you say anything bad, not even just about the fact that they're paired with like canon if you give them any criticism on their character, they will lose their minds. Like, they will go apeshit on you. And it's always the OCs that are paired with the canon characters that are like that. Every single time. And I have never seen a good OC paired with a canon character, and they're just so full of themselves. And what really gets me is that everyone, at least on like DeviantArt, loves them. They get all this love and praise and attention, and I'm like, I hate all of you, every single one of you.
So let me ask you this: do they sometimes say, "Hey, what do you think of my original character?" And then when you say, "I think X, Y, and Z are good, but X, Y, and Z is also bad," do they super get butthurt about that, even though they asked you specifically to critique their character?
Yes, that's happened to me multiple times, and I get super, super upset about it. I'm like, well then, why did you ask me for help? And they unfollow me, and they talk crap about me behind my back, and I'm like, that's cool, your character sucks anyway. But it's just, it's so obnoxious to me, and I'm like, stop. If you ever suggest that they don't pair their character with a canon, they will go and like spread rumors about you, and they will try to destroy you from the inside out. And it's just, they're nasty. They're awful people, and I don't want anything to do with them.
How boring must your life be if you put all that energy into that? I mean, really.
Yeah.
Hey, Starscream, you're breaking up on us a little bit there.
Oh, hold on. Let me get rid of this.
English, not high Keone.
Hey,
seriously, how boring must your life be if is it so bad?
You're still breaking up on us a little bit there, Starscream.
Oh god.
And just
Hey,
so you know,
Starscream, I think you got something stuck in your Vox, but
and just so you know, Ledoux, the rumor about John Bonet, I started that one.
Yeah, I think I was there.
Okay.
All right, is this any better?
No.
This...
Sounds like a bad mic or something.
Yeah, you might want to disconnect and jump back in. See if that helps.
Yeah, all right. I'll try that. Okay.
All right, so now we'll go to Nova Storm. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm with you, TC. That whole phenomena of, they tried to, I guess they tried to touch on it a little bit in the cartoon series with stuff like, the girl that loves power glide or whatever.
No.
Yeah, but yeah, at least they didn't go too far with it in the cartoon series. So, but I'm with you on that. That's definitely way up there. That's taking the oven is hot to a whole new level.
I like that. I'm gonna go ahead and send Starscream another invite request just in case he gets messed up there.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and pop a tap on some freshly brewed Thunder Crackers home brewed lager.
All right.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of foreign Energon brews, but I'll let you know how it handles the electrons in just a second. So I'll be right back.
All right, so we'll go ahead and go to a Pyrostrata then.
I'm going to have to go with what you guys have discussed. Being an OC, I get a whole different angle on this sort of thing. I cannot stand over humanizing Cybertronians. It pisses me off.
Here we go.
You hear people speak on pairing their OCs with canon characters, and then they want you to make wow. Then they want you to write them fan fiction where they are engaging in robo-humping with a canon character, and with me, it's always Starscream, Soundwave, or Megatron.
Or Optimus.
I don't get a lot of that because I don't deal much with Autobots. This makes me physically ill. My tanks royal when I go, well, my OC is Megatron's illegitimate child, and she's spark bonded with Starscream and Skywarp, and I'm just like, I wish to immolate your entire family for generations.
Wow.
And then when you tell them, well, how about you do this angle, and they spin off into their rantiness. The whole stop humanizing us Cybertronians. It's disgusting.
Okay.
And that's it, Cat.
All right, so let's go to Starscream and see if he's fixed his technical difficulties here.
I don't know, have I?
You sound a little bit better. Go ahead.
A little bit better? Okay.
That's way better.
Yay!
Okay.
Starscream's back. Wait, what?
Most annoying Transformers fan phenomenon. Go.
All right, me? All right.
Yep.
I guess whenever they decided to start making Transformers into Zords and start giving them power-ups and stuff like that, and I don't really know how to describe it. It's like
power linking?
That was kind of annoying. I think like whenever they fused Prime and Jetfire together and they made them like a fucking flying.
Wait a minute. Did you just say they fused Prime and Jetfire together?
In the stupid movies, yeah. But like this has been a thing that's been going on since Robots in Disguise from 2000. This whole.
So wait, hold on, just 1 second. Did you say that they fused Prime and Jetfire together?
Yeah, and Jetfire was an old man with a cane.
Yeah, in the movies.
That was so stupid.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know why I bothered to watch past the first one.
Good question.
It's okay.
For punishment?
Yeah.
It's
All
the
right.
same
So
reason why we have a Terracon here that continues to read IDW.
yeah, right. He's like hammers himself in the foot. He's like, holy shit, that hurt. Hand me my hammer.
To be fair, I couldn't even make it all the way past the fourth one, and
Yeah, I don't blame you. Those movies are pretty awful.
they're really bad.
All right.
I especially hate the fact that I look like a chicken flavored Dorito. Like,
that's a fact. Although I will say this, today I saw on a somebody, I think it was Novastorm actually, who posted something up where somebody had claimed that Michael Bay is the innovative genius of our generation.
Artistic
Like
innovative.
Visionary.
Yeah.
Like what?
Artistic visionary of the century.
Artistic
Yeah.
visionary. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All
What the series
Transformers
was.
fans are thanking you.
On that note, I need more beer.
All right. Hey,
why
you're
are
next
Ninja
there.
Turtles made into Shrek more often, right? Anyway.
You're next there, Hotlink. Go ahead.
Okay, well, before just to correct the Air Commander, because who doesn't love doing that? Michael Bay is not a fan, and therefore his actions are not done by a fan at all. He hates us, all
This
of
is
us.
true.
I'm pretty sure he didn't even know what Transformers was before he made it.
Yes.
No, he was
Oh
aware
no,
of
he did. He did. He claimed he thought Transformers was stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the whole concept he thought was inane and puerile, and he couldn't stand it.
Yeah, he
But
came
Steven
out and said
Spielberg threw a few $1 million at him. He's like, okay.
Yeah, but he likes big checks, though.
Yes.
Yep.
But before I get to my bit in the topic, I'm also going to ask Thundercracker one question. This stuff tastes like you mixed it in your cockpit. Is this true?
That may or may not be true. I can't really. My lawyers have told me that I have
cockpits do
to
not
stay quiet on that.
very good as stills. Other than that, the fact that it's made with earth-based materials, you can taste all of the carbon in it.
There may or may not have been that shitty steel that I bent in half in there. All right, so yes.
Okay. Anyway, to the subject at hand. After shameless plug aside, everything that's been mentioned so far has been mentioned. So it would literally be beating a dead horse at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and cover a different topic that's kind of sort of in the same genre, kind of not. Incapability of revisualizing a transformer properly. And what I mean by that is like, I loved the War for Cybertron games, but the aesthetic, the Tron lines. Yeah. You know, like I like the transformation animations. I like some of the vehicle designs, but everything in it was a neon bright skid mark.
Agreed.
Because aliens.
I get that the fact that they're wanting to make us look alien, but did we have all these glowing outlines in whenever it showed us fighting back home?
Yeah, you see, here's the thing. We were fighting over energy. So the best way to conserve energy is to have a shitload of Tron lights everywhere.
Yeah, and the best way to sneak around into war is to have neon lights showing right where you are, right?
Exactly. I'm disguised as this stoplight.
Yeah.
robots in disguise with bright Tron lines.
Yeah.
Why
does this mailbox have all these neon
Yeah.
lights on it?
it's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm that glowing guy over there. Well, what's your disguise? I'm a bug zapper.
Nice.
You know,
You can tell which one I am because I'm the red one.
there's a lot of red ones, but I'm the red one.
Readiest.
I'm the red one
Okay.
that's in the sky.
All right, so all right, so this is, and honestly, we had this this next topic, we had this planned before we decided to have Starscream join us, and it is favorite iteration of Starscream. Now, everybody
God.
be prepared because I'm about to drop some surprising shit on you.
Oh God, here we go.
Better than your
My
log.
favorite iteration of Starscream is G1 Starscream.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I didn't even know you watched G1.
I know, shocking, right? All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and go over to Olivia for her favorite.
I'm gonna have to narrow it down. All my favorite Starscream iterations, I just love them all so much, right? I'm just
Bullshit.
But who doesn't love the cut?
I just don't want him to kill me after this. Like, I'm just trying to be nice, but
Won't.
I'm gonna, yeah, hope not.
Oh, don't worry. It was inevitable anyway.
Oh, okay,
There was no-
Pyro. Are you hearing this right now? But
I am.
I'm gonna have to go with the beloved G1 Starscream because of reasons. I mean, he admittedly was my favorite when I started out, but so I don't like him, but I like him more than all the other ones. So G1 Starscream.
All right. Good choice. That bought you 2 minutes of harassment free. All right. Nova Storm.
I'm gonna go with G1 Starscream also because thanks to G1 Starscream we have Bruticus. So,
That's a good point.
yeah, that's probably my favorite version of Starscream.
And his egro grew 3 times today.
Egros. All right. Starscream. Who's your favorite iteration of yourself? Which timeline, whatever you want to call it, do you like the best?
Well, everybody say it with me. Chris Latta is Starscream. So obviously G1 Starscream. But there is another iteration that I like a whole lot. And this is one of the few other Transformers shows I can actually stand to watch. I really like the Transformers animated Starscream that was voiced by SpongeBob. I actually thought he was pretty cool. But other than that, yeah, I can't stand any other iteration of my character. I hated Armada Starscream. I hated Prime Starscream was okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, whatever.
All right. Pyrostrata.
Okay. First off, this out. I hate Starscream.
Hey, Pyro, are you in like
Thank
a
you.
cave now?
Yes. I hate Starscream. I always have, and I always will.
I'm flattered.
However, the one Starscream that I can tolerate is Prime. Prime Starscream. He encompasses the conniving, treacherous, dickish,
cross-dressing, high
I thought
heel
Starscream
wearing.
cross-dressed all the time, though. Doesn't he do that all the time? Maybe no. Okay.
I like Prime Starscream. He is the epitome of what the character is and why I love to hate him.
Okay.
So yeah, Prime Starscream.
Evil does not wear high heels.
I agree. Let's go with Hot Link. Go ahead, buddy.
Well, I'm a big fan of a lot of particular Dorito flavors. I like nacho cheese. I like Cooler Ranch, Spicy Ranch, Starscream. Wait, what? No. Gee, I did this last time with Megatron and it was funnier. No, G1 Starscream. Why drag this on?
I don't think
now
there's
here.
another answer besides that.
Now we're going to twist it around and everybody give us your least favorite iteration. I think Starscream already kind of went through that. He jumped ahead of us a little bit. So I'll go ahead and give my least favorite. That's all right. I'll go ahead. You're the commander. You can go whatever the fuck you want. All right. I want to give my least favorite iteration of Starscream, and it is Prime Starscream for the reasons of fucking has high heels. All right, I can't get past that. And not only that is like, I don't know what the hell did he like just survive like some kind of famine or something, but what is the deal with Prime characters and their being like super ultra slender skinny? Like if you look at Soundwave, he looks like, I don't know, like a bunch of paper clips attached to broken mirror pieces with Dr. Octopus fucking claws.
May I interrupt?
So anyway, yes, go ahead.
Have you ever seen Armada?
I have not seen Armada. I've seen pieces of Armada, and I've read the comic book. So there was a comic book for Armada, right? Armada and Energon and all that jazz. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I've never actually watched a full episode of Armada, but definitely not a fan.
Don't bother, but the Starscream from that is shit too.
Yeah, I really can't do the Transformers Prime Starscream. Let's go with a little bit Your favorite, least favorite Starscream iteration. Yeah.
Shoot, all the other Starscream iterations that I hate so much. Shoot, I wasn't prepared for this one. I guess I'll have to go with, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about the movie one because it's not even like, I don't even like to mention the movies. I don't even consider them legitimate. Yeah, it's terrible comedy. But
Nice.
maybe, I don't know, Combiner Wars Starscream? He was
Oh, you took mine.
I beat everyone to it. I mean,
Son of a...
I don't like Starscream, but everything about that Starscream was just wrong. It was terrible, and it made me feel bad for Starscream, and that's just not natural. It made me feel bad for Starscream, and that's not supposed to happen. So, Combiner Wars Starscream.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and go to Hot Link here. Go ahead, buddy. Now you got to think of a new one. Chop chop.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Last time we stole
wanted to
stuff
be a
from Hot
Dorito.
Link.
Was it a Dorito? Was it a Dorito? He is the final boss. His limbs are floating around. It's Starscream. At least we thought it was. It's Starscream. It's actually just a while ago. Well, I can't stand Combiner Wars Starscream, but every time that I see that fight, I know Hunger is supposed to do a video with the Sephiroth theme, but it has to happen because he just reeked of stupid final boss retardedness.
Shout out to
Hunger is pretty goddamn funny. All right.
Yes.
So moving on here, we'll go with Nova Storm. Least favorite Starscream iteration.
Least favorite. I was going to say Combiner Wars. Also, that was just horrible. I guess my next one would be the Bayformers Starscream.
Oh.
Doritos.
Yeah.
Doritos.
For obvious reasons.
Are those reasons that it really sucked?
Obvious reasons, yes.
All right, guys. All right, so Starscream kind of went through his that he didn't like, so we'll go with Pyrostrata. Your least favorite iteration of Starscream?
All of them.
I hate Starscream. The end.
So all of them?
All of them.
All of
Okay.
them.
Fair enough.
Wow.
All right, so moving on to our final topic here. Hey, look, we have 4 viewers. That's like 400% more than we normally have.
Oh gosh, the pressure.
Hello, our beloved listeners.
They came here to see me, obviously.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Here we go.
I thought it was the free beer, but you know.
Prize
All right.
in a Prius.
So,
Isn't Starscream the highest rank of all of us?
yes.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
Correct.
Oh,
All
God.
supported it right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sorry for pointing that out, but
Okay.
Captain,
So,
just
favorite-
a reminder.
favorite Transformers crossover, and of course I'm going to go ahead and go first because, well, I'm fucking awesome. Mine is G.I. Joe Transformers, and the particular one that I liked was the comic, and I forget which comic company it was, and I'm not even sure if it was IDW. It might have even been. It might have been Marvel. And I'm talking about the one where they were in World War II, and like the whole comic was like super dark and super like gritty. So
That's a good
like,
one.
yeah, they weren't like super ultra bright looking or whatever, and they were all using like World War II type equipment, and all the Transformers were, you know, their alternate modes were, you know, like Tiger tanks and like fucking Clockwork 190s and stuff like that. So yeah, I was a fan of that just because I thought it was like a nice change of pace, and the art on it was really, really good. I thought. I mean, it wasn't like, you know, you're super. It was more like what's the word for when you're not wanting to be like perfect, a surrealist, idealist, whatever the fuck the word is. It was that. So yeah, that's why I'm not an art critic. Fuck off. So all right, so that's my favorite Transformers crossover, and for your favorite Transformers crossover, we're gonna go for the Commander. Go ahead.
It's a dead tie between the Star Wars Transformers toy line that they put out, you know, aside from whenever they got later in the line and the toys started to be shit. But I honestly like the G.I. Joe one as well.
Hey, so in that Star Wars line, didn't they have a who was the Millennium Falcon? Was that Han Solo?
They had a Millennium Falcon that could split into two, and one side became Chewie, the engine side became Chewie, and the cockpit side actually became Han.
Fuck, I probably should get that toy because that sounds
It's actually pretty.
Oh, it's awesome. I have it sitting on my Star Wars shelf next to all my other figures.
nice. Okay, so Star Wars, Transformers crossover, and or a tie between that and G.I. Joe. I like it. Okay, so we're gonna go with Pyro. Go ahead. I know you love crossovers.
Oh, yes, I totally do not. My favorite, and it's got to be the IDW one-shot Mars Attacks Transformers crossover. That was great. Mars Attacks is one of my favorite films. It's one of my favorite science fiction comedy films. I love every bit of it. The comic book keeps the same feel, the same flavor, and it throws the Cybertronians in flawlessly. The author is a huge fan of Mars Attacks, and I had so much fun reading that from cover to cover. It's pure fluff, it's fun, it's hilarious, and yeah, it's my all-time favorite crossover.
Hey, did I ever show you that picture of the Mars Attacks guy that I took from VidCon?
Yes.
Okay. All right, just making sure. All right, so next we're going to go to Nova Storm.
Okay. I just want the record to show that I report directly to Shockwave, not Starscream. So.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Rainmaker.
My favorite crossover would also be the G.I. Joe Transformers. Those were two of my. They weren't two of. They were my two favorite toy lines and cartoon series, and also comic book series. And also going along with that, like Thundercracker said, the comic series in particular was much better, I found, because of they were so much more serious in the cartoons. You actually had characters that would get injured and died.
Right.
It was a much better written storyline altogether, and that was really well done. So that was my favorite, was the Transformers G.I. Joe crossovers.
See, I would like to see a Transformers Thundercats crossover. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my affection for Thunder. I don't know.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that was weird. Did somebody just hear Freddy scraping his nails on a pipe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking because I thought I was hearing things.
Could be
another cool crossover would be Transformers Robotech.
Oh, fucking A, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I can just imagine a battle pod Transformer would be awesome. All right,
wasn't the original Jetfire a Robotech toy?
Yeah, he was a VF1S Valkyrie. Yes. Correct.
My favorite version of him. Also.
Definitely mine too. The one where he's got the weird big face and the weird wide back part. I'm not a fan of. That's the one.
One of the ones that I really want to get for my collection, because
all you gotta do is dig him out of the ice hole like you did in the series.
Oh.
Just saying.
That's if I want to deal with his inane rambling about life and whatnot.
All right.
To protect life. Yes.
So, Ledoux, your favorite crossover? And don't say My Little Pony. I know that's what you're wanting to say.
Oh my God! All right, one of these days, man. One of these days. But to be totally honest, I am not remarkably familiar with a lot of Transformers crossovers. But I think it should be known that before I was even into Transformers, I was into G.I. Joe, and I was into G.I. Joe ever since I was 4. And when I got into Transformers, and then found out there was a G.I. Joe and Transformers crossover. And I kept seeing it in art everywhere. I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I've seen other Transformers crossovers, even with the Avengers and stuff like that. And even then, I'm all over the G.I. Joe and Transformers stuff. So I just love seeing it everywhere. I love all the art of it. I love the whole concept of it. So I'm gonna have to go with G.I. Joe and Transformers.
Okay, so who's your favorite G.I. Joe and why is it Quick Kick?
I don't like G.I. Joes. I like Baroness, but I haven't watched the show in quite a while.
That's the weirdest way I've ever heard that pronounced, ever.
Baroness?
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 Yeah, I think everybody else pronounces it Baroness.
Put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
I'm from Wisconsin, okay? I don't know how to talk, but
That's that aristocratic teaching.
Yeah, exactly right. Normally have their servants reading it to her.
I think I learned human wrong.
So I think we got the
Human?
last word here comes from good old Hot Link. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, well. I have
fall
to
asleep
agree
there?
with Pyro on this one. I have to go with the Mars Attacks bit. Just the way the art style was kind of a blend between classic Transformers and Mars Attacks, the card set. It was very much aligned more with the original top set, like with the ship designs that the Martians were using, the giant insects, and it was just a good shout out to the IP, to both IPs, how Prime and the boss had to get along for mutual benefit, which, that's happened in the past, sometimes in better scenarios, but most of the time in the worst, like most recently, Outer Wars. But, yeah, Mars Attacks, hands down.
Okay. All right. So I think that covers all of our crazy old topics there. So we're going to go ahead and do our little sign off. And just for fun on this one, I want Hot Link to go ahead and sign off as the professor when we get to it.
As what?
As Professor Farnsworth.
Oh my, yes. I have but only good news for you, everyone. This Decepticast is now over.
All right. All right. So let's go with Ledoux.
goodbye, lovely viewers and Starscream. Until next week.
All right. Nova Storm.
Thanks for listening. Farewell until next time.
All right. Nova Storm's apparently been to the Quaaludes. Pyro Strat. Sound very relaxed there, Nova.
Bye, everybody. See you next week.
All right, Commander, go ahead.
Goodbye, my loyal followers. It's been a pleasure being on here.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and sign off too. And as always, Decepticons forever.
Bye.